What's up, guys? So today we are gonna basically talk about what I learned in music school. So I had gone to music school for about 12 months. From like 2019 to 2020 was my high school year, and that's exactly whenever COVID hit. So I want to say 8 months in class, and then the rest, which was 4 months online. Not 4 months online, but it was like online, and some classes were in class. Like project classes were supposed to be in class. But basically, this is what I learned in the full year of going to a music college. It was something like Full Sail. The name was First Institute. I graduated with I forgot the GPA, but I graduated. I passed every class and everything. It was easy. It was just music. I know there's like a big talk about if I should go to music school or try just like make music on my own and try like follow that journey. So something I picked on, and this is like after I left this music school, I didn't realize how much networking I could have done. I could have started to like create projects with other people, which I did. I made a friend, Ben Haddon, which I'm still friends with him, and I also made a friend, Kendrick. There's a couple people that I still like talk to here and there, and that we went to school together and we met there. We follow each other on Instagram. They like support me, I support them. That networking was definitely capitalized in my part, but I know I could have capitalized it more, like a lot more. So if you're gonna go to a music school, have things in your mind. Why are you going? And like definitely have you want to have set priorities of why you're going to the school. The experience that the teachers bring, they're not only like teachers, like high school teachers. I really thought that was gonna be it, the situation that I was gonna go in and they were gonna be like any other teachers from high school or whatever, that they're just like there for a paycheck and with no passion. In this instant, it was sort of like that, but at the same time not really. 90% of their will wanted to be there because it's music, they're kind of teaching it to them, but 10% of their will, definitely I felt some type of like envy of like, I wish I was in your seat where like young. We're all like, most of the students were young. We're like under 30 definitely, and the teacher was like 54. It's not really like a young teacher, and they also didn't want it to be the teacher. They wanted to be the artist. Everybody wants to be the artist. That's the thing about music school. The biggest thing I learned about music school is that everybody wants to be the artist. Nobody wants to be the engineer, or this or that, the second hand this. They want to have all the attention, all the fame, all the money, which I get. I'm in the same shoes, bro. It really is all about self-belief. How much do you believe in yourself that you can get there? Sitting across all these people, what makes you the person that's gonna make it and not everybody else? That is the question that you have to ask yourself every single day if you really want to do this. Take advantage of the experience of the teachers, because they also probably did a lot of like interning here, engineering for years for this big artist. I remember this one teacher told me that they were engineering for Rick Ross. I think it was Rick Ross, or like a rapper like that, but for now, for this instant, we're gonna say Rick Ross, elite rapper, like at that level. They were engineering for them. They got mad at him because he didn't like do something properly in the mix, and then they were like going back and forth. And then Rick Ross, or this artist, eventually kicked the engineer out, my teacher. He was mad at him, so he threw a cheeseburger at him. That's like, the story was basically like, I got a cheeseburger thrown by Rick Ross. Like, that's a kind of cool story to have. Obviously, it's like a bad story, but it's still a cool story to have. Like, you know what I mean? It's like your favorite artist throwing a cheeseburger at you. I'm from Florida, so I definitely like Rick Ross. Ricky. Maybach music, like I said before, is really what you make out of it. Like, the information is anywhere. The information is in Google. Like, the same information you're gonna get from the music school, the music college, is in Google and YouTube. It's just how much you want it. That's something I noticed when I first started doing the first classes for the program. I noticed that I already know all this stuff. It's just basic stuff, from like opening up the DAW, starting up a project, what the mixer does, what the volume knob does. So it's just basic stuff that you can literally Google it or read the Logic Pro manual and you'll find it. It's free information. It's just that information that is placed in a specific way so you can learn it. That's literally it. That's what colleges are. So it's really what you make out of it is not what the school can give you. Talk to people around you, communicate, network, start building collaborations with other people. It really is like that. The first day of school, which was orientation, not even the first day of school, like the orientation a week before school started, I was sitting there and then I looked to my right and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make friends with him. And that's the guy that I am still friends with right now, Ben Haddon, a great ass producer, the guy that kind of introduced me to producing. He engineered some of my songs, Ballerina. Over the year of school, he was the best friend I could have ever asked, honestly. So yeah, shout out to Ben if you're watching this. Now that I'm producing projects as podcasts, music videos, etc., I can definitely say that the projects that the school made us do helped a lot with the knowledge that I'm using now. The project, they were big, so they would say make a whole movie or make a whole movie trailer of this script, or get a whole scene of your favorite movie, and then you're gonna recreate the whole soundtrack of it or the whole sound effects fully. So all those things make your brain think in different ways, but in the same genre of field. Like that part, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed. They were training my brain in different ways, but it was still music, it was still audio, it was still sound waves, which at the end of the day, when I rap, when I'm making music, when I'm making beats, all that knowledge is going to be used in one. They taught me a lot in general because you're really hands-on, you're doing the project, you know what I mean? You and your group members are creating the project, and then you're presenting it at a certain deadline or whatever. 3 years before I went into music school, I was already like looking up on YouTube, like YouTube University, in other words. Everybody there literally told me, bro, I already know this stuff because of YouTube. I'm like, bro, same, YouTube University. And after I got out of school and I started interning at a professional music studio in Orlando, everybody was saying the same thing. Bro, I learned YouTube University. YouTube University is like a saying of not going to university, but studying from YouTube. Like I said, it's really your will, how much you want it. If you want it that bad, you're gonna go and look for the answers for this question instead of like, I don't know how to do this, I'm gonna give up on the song. I've done that a million times, and that is not the way to go, especially if you want to make this a career. Don't get distracted by baddies, because it's a college, there's a lot of partying and girls or guys, whatever you're into. Just don't get distracted. Remember that the big picture is not gonna get better by a little ad, you know what I mean? The big picture, what the fuck am I saying? Just don't get distracted, stay focused. Yeah,